Bobby Wade now?
I mean, him and Coach P really thought about the same things. They think the same way. Coach P's been around like NFL guys. Coach Bobby was like in the NFL, so they both know like what it takes to get to the league. They both know what NFL coaches want, what they want to see, how to help us. You know what I'm saying? So it's really not that much of a different transition, but it's just more like it's kind of just hearing a different voice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of how it is.
Andre, Herman's talked a lot about just Jayden's ball placement when he's throwing to you guys. Just how has that been the last week or two of preseason practice?
I think it's been good ball placement. You know what I'm saying? There's always room to get better for everything. Ball placement, accuracy, us route running, like everything. There's always room to get better. Always room to put in better effort. So I mean, it's been good though. So I think we're looking good for the season. So.
Have you seen Jayden's new car yet?
Yes, I have. He posted on Instagram. Yeah, we all saw it. Yeah, we see it when he rolls up to practice. Yeah.
How impressive is it?
It's a nice car. It's a Ford GT. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very nice car. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving around a beater right now. Hey, it is what it is. He's JD5, bro. It is what it is.
How would you say his leadership has kind of evolved over the last week or so, especially just kind of with the adversity that you guys have been met with?
You know, his freshman year, like our freshman year, he wasn't really like that much of a talker. You know what I'm saying? Like he still isn't like that guy that would like yell at everybody and like do, but he like shows like with his actions and everything like what you should be doing. So basically, he just leads like by example. He just leads by action. You know, he's not really gonna yell or scream or like try to like hype us up all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like Frank Darby, he's not gonna do that, but he's still a great leader in his own way, and it's just like we know how to follow him because like he leads by his actions and everything. So
can you compare for us, Andre, how you personally and the receivers collectively felt about your understanding and feel for this offense a year ago at this time versus now?
A year ago at this time, we were barely just scratching the surface, like when it comes to like Coach Hill's offense and like understanding it completely and everything. But like now, like we're way more comfortable with it. Like we know like kind of like how he's thinking, like what he wants the quarterbacks to look for, like what he wants us to do, like in certain situations, certain routes and everything. So our understanding has like gone up a lot since last year.
And so what does that allow for you guys to do on the field that maybe you weren't able to as well last year?
Just like being able to adjust like on the fly, like call more audibles, just call different plays. Like if we were to like to see a different look like on a defense, then like we'll be able to like adjust based off what the defense gives us. Like we weren't really able to like control the offense like that per se, but like now we can. Like now we can just like go in and out of different plays and like call different routes and everything. So that's how we evolved.
So do you think that JD will do more side adjustment and you guys will on the fly be able to, you know, change what you're doing based upon what you're seeing from defenses?
Yeah, it's also based off of like game plan. So we'll just have to see about that, like whatever Coach Hill just wants us to do and everything. So yeah, so that's it.
What's it been like going up against that secondary in practice every day, and how do you feel like that's helped you guys as a group?
I mean, they're best secondary in the Pac-12, one of the top secondaries in the nation. You know what I'm saying? So going up against them like helps us a lot, like because we know what Chase Lucas is going to do. We know what Jack Jones, like they all have league aspirations and everything. So going up against corners that are like league bound, like knowing that they're league bound is just like helping us a lot in order to like grow like in our own game, you know, because there's not really going to be like many DBs like them out in the field. So it helps us a lot.
Coach Hill has talked about wanting to pass on 55% of plays. What do you guys kind of think about that in the wide receiver room, and what are your like goals kind of to try and reach that?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
So Coach Hill, he's talked about wanting to pass on 55% of the plays on the offense this year. So is there any talks about that around the wide receiver room and just being more involved?
We're not really worried about like how much we're going to pass, how much we're going to run. Like we're just going to do our jobs at the end of the day. Like if he wants to throw the ball 70% of the time, like we're going to block. If he wants to throw the ball 75 or 70% of the time, we're going to run our routes, get open, just do what we need to do. Like we're not really thinking about how much we're going to get the ball, how much we're not going to get the ball. We're just doing our job to help us win.
And what are your thoughts about the running back group and how that can help you guys passing wise?
Oh, they're going to open up the pass a lot. Rashad, Chip, like even Daniel, like we're set when it comes to the run game, and it's going to open up our routes because they're going to want to pack the box and everything. They're going to want to stop Rashad, Chip. So it's going to open us up a lot for like one-on-ones and everything. So we just got to win those.
There's been a lot of shuffling around of who's running with the ones, who's running with the twos. How do you build confidence and build rapport with Jayden to be confident in yourself?
We really just gotta like work on stuff like outside of practice. You know what I'm saying? Like just get like in a little bit of extra catches after practice. Just make sure that we're still like on page with him, whether we're running with the ones or the twos. Like we just gotta make sure that we're just on page, like on the same page with him. So that's basically all it is.